From the John C. Hinch Production Art Studios in Peoria, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Casimiro Fernandez and Alexandria Reynolds. News with Ashley Edlin and Cody Brutlack. And your Midstate reporting team. Sports with Drew Tate. In the Spotlight with Sandra Hollywood Hall. Let's Eat with Kate Alt. And State of the Arts with Rachel Seacrest. Midstate Magazine starts right now. Take it away, kids.
Hello and welcome to Midstate Magazine. As you can see, we've got a nice new set, a new season, and we are your new host. I'm Casimiro Fernandez.
And I'm Alexandria Reynolds. So Kaz, I can't help but notice this giant bandage on your face today, and I have to ask, what happened?
What happened indeed? Yeah, I didn't realize it was such a huge blemish on my face until I came in today, but so I stayed over a friend's place last weekend, and they had bunk beds. I called top.
Wow.
Didn't realize I was so tall, but when I woke up in the middle of the night, I hit the ceiling.
Oh,
and
man.
then I went back to sleep, actually. And
really? You
yeah,
didn't notice?
Didn't realize.
That
I was
you
just
had
like, man, that hurt a little bit, but didn't realize it was bleeding. So I bled into the pillow, woke up at like 6:30, and had to take care of that. So it was not a fun day.
And when did this happen?
This happened last Friday.
So you've been struggling with this for a long time.
Yeah, I kind of had to get. I didn't get stitches, so I had to get a butterfly suture to like hold it together.
Did you go to the doctor?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, you are just such a trooper. I'm glad you made it in today because we have a great show planned, and I hope that this doesn't interfere with your ability to just burst out with your awesome personality. But let's go to our first segment. It's going to be the news with Cody, Ashley, and Drew.
Thanks, Casimiro and Alex, and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Cody Brutlack.
And I'm Ashley Edlin, and now let's take a first look at the news.
Lions, tigers, and giraffes, oh my, those are just three of the several species that rolled into Peoria's Glen Oak Zoo this summer. Midstate Magazine talked with the local zookeeper who shows us how we can have a roaring good time exploring Africa right here in central Illinois.
The Africa exhibit at the Peoria Zoo has been 10 years in the making. Now that it's finally here, curator of collections Dawn Pettyfish says it's just the beginning for the Peoria Zoo.
I've worked here for 20 years, and so half the time I've worked here we've been planning Africa, and there are days still that I can't believe that it's open and that we've got it all complete. And so I am really excited. The process took obviously a very long time. We had to consult with fundraisers, we had to consult with architects, we consulted with many other zoos and animal experts all over the world. And then we came up with the species list that we have and obviously built the exhibit to the specs that came out of those conversations.
The animals arrived in November of 2008, and the exhibit opened to the public June 6th.
I think the one thing that really makes this exhibit special is right when you walk into the village, and we're trying to create a feeling that you're in an African river village. As soon as you walk into the village, you can see rhinos, zebras, lions, giraffes, mandrills, and a tortoise all at the same time.
The animals aren't just scenery. Pettyfish says they are on a daily schedule with activities, games, and even food puzzles.
Also, we have a smart board and, just incredible interactives to teach kids about these animals here in Africa.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Ashley Edlin. With today's economy still on the rocks, graduating seniors might have to compete even harder to land a job. That makes this year's Fall Job and Internship Fair at Bradley University all the more crucial for some. The fair will feature over 100 employers representing a variety of industries. Representatives usually see over 1,000 students during the event. The fair runs September 24th from 11 to 3:30 at the university's Michael Student Center.
It turns out that living in Normal, Illinois is anything but normal. This summer, electronics company Toshiba sponsored a contest that pitted the town of Normal against the town of Boring, Oregon. The goal of the contest was to see which town could best overcome the stigma of its name. Residents from each town posted videos showcasing their respective abodes, and later users voted on them. Normal came in first place with 52% of the votes, and Normal's Glen Elementary School received $15,000 in new laptops that will aid the entire school.
Today marks the first day of fall, also known as the vernal equinox. September 24th is the official end of summer, but it also has a unique effect on our planet. It is one of 2 days where we have equal hours of light and dark. The equinox will happen at exactly 21 hours, 19 minutes, and 41 seconds universal time.
And speaking of space, the Hubble telescope was equipped with a new camera in May, and its pictures have been out of this world. One of the newest pictures is of this, the Butterfly Nebula. The wings of the butterfly are made up of a dying star surrounded by heated gases with temperatures reaching more than 36,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The nebula's diameter measures 2 light years in length.
The French have always placed a certain value on kissing as a form of greeting, but with the H1N1 swine flu virus breakout, the French are giving up their traditional exchange, at least for now.
And the French Health Ministry put out several warnings and even a few replacement options for the kiss, known as la bise. Mainland France has reported 3 deaths since the initial outbreak of swine flu, and the government doesn't want to take any more chances. And the Peoria Chiefs kissed their season goodbye, but not after a hard fight to the finish. Midstate Magazine's Drew Tate joins us now with more. Drew.
Thanks, Cody. The Peoria Chiefs came up short this past week in the first round of the Midwest League playoffs as they got swept by Cedar Rapids. The team had a record-setting season along with the best second-half record in franchise history at 43-26. The Chiefs also won their division this year. And this weekend unfurled a remarkable story in women's tennis. Kim Clijsters made history Sunday night in New York, capping a comeback from 2 years out of tennis to become the first unseeded woman to win the U.S. Open. Clijsters upended 9th seed Caroline Wozniacki in just 2 sets to claim the title. Clijsters also took out both Venus and Serena Williams, 2 of the top-ranked players in the world. During her title run, Clijsters' 2-year absence from a tennis came after having a baby girl. She became the first mother since 1980 to win a Grand Slam title. And finally tonight, not only did the Bears lose their season opener to the Green Bay Packers, but the players also lost their star linebacker, Brian Urlacher. He is out for the rest of the season due to a dislocated wrist sustained during the first quarter of the game. Urlacher has already undergone the season-ending surgery on the injured wrist. He is expected to be in a cast for up to 12 weeks and will then undergo rehabilitation. Ashley?
Thanks, Drew. Finally tonight, how's this for a first date gone bad? In Columbus, Ohio, a man was arrested for his participation in a domestic robbery. Stephen Bennett, along with 2 others, robbed a local couple at their home. A few hours later, Bennett returned to the crime scene and asked the woman he robbed out on a date. She recognized him and immediately called 911. He is now being held on a $100,000 bail.
Well, that's all for the news. I'm Cody Brulot.
And I'm Ashley Edlin, and be sure to join us next week.
And I'm Drew Tate. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Cody, Ashley, and Drew. So, the zoo. I'm not from Peoria, but I've heard a little bit about the Africa Zoo. I'm more of a Brookfield and Lincoln Park Zoo, more downtown.
Okay, so you have some pretty impressive zoos to compare this to, I understand. But the Peoria Zoo has been around for a very long time, and they recently added on what is called the Africa exhibit, as they were talking about.
Okay.
And I have not been there yet, and the saddest part is that I promised 2 of my younger brothers that I would take them, and I still haven't done that, but they did get to go. But I guess they just have some great new exhibits, some more exotic animals. You saw the giraffes and the lions, and so and I think just the viewing facility is a lot more state of the art, and so I really want to go to the zoo. Maybe we should head down there sometime.
Maybe we will. So, what's your favorite animal?
What is my favorite animal? Well, it's not at the zoo, but my favorite animal is the sloth. It's always been, and it always will be. What's yours?
Wait, the sloth?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're like the coolest, calmest, and most collected animals there are. And that is all you need to know. But now we're going to be going to Get Real. So here is Jonathan Spence.
Welcome to Get Real. I'm your host, Jonathan Spence. 9 began as a short film project by Shane Acker. In 2005, after 5 years of work, the film was released and was nominated for an Oscar. Tim Burton saw the short and decided to make it into a feature-length film. The movie follows a rag doll who goes by the name 9. It awakes to a world in chaos. Nine awakes to find himself in a post-apocalyptic world in which machines are intent on destroying any remaining living creatures. Nine takes refuge amongst others of his kind, and together they must find a way to survive and stop the machines from destroying their world. But they must first figure out the secret behind why machines turned against them in the first place. Nine is a truly stunning and beautifully done film, but even though the animation is top-notch, the story tended to bring down the overall viewing experience. The original short won acclaim for being engaging and suspenseful, but those same elements did not translate as well to the featuring-length film. The story became confusing at times, and it felt like they almost tried to add too much storyline to make it appealing to a wider audience. Even though it can get confusing at times, I still enjoyed the film, and I recommend it to any science fiction fan or anyone who is a fan of animation, as it is worth seeing just for the visuals alone. I give Nine 2.5 stars out of 4. For Get Real, I'm Jonathan Spence.
Thank you, Jonathan. 2.5 stars out of 4. I don't know, I was really looking forward to that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not the best review, but do you know anything about, did you see any previews?
I saw quite a few previews, and it was getting me pretty pumped. Like, I really want to see the movie. I mean, it's Tim Burton, so
Okay.
every movie of Tim Burton's is pretty good.
He's a
in my
very
opinion, I
well-known
like him.
movie
But I don't know, it seems a little, it's like Dolls, and it seems a little morbid. Like, it seems
Yes.
kind of weird because it might draw on kids, but it's, I don't know.
That's something I noticed. As you mentioned, it seemed morbid. I just don't understand how some of these children's movies, how children actually go and view them, because, I mean, what happened to old movies like Aladdin and The Lion King? That's what I watched when I was younger. These movies really seem like they would be scary to me, let alone younger children. What do you think about that?
I think part of that is because they're becoming more realistic, like The Lion King. It's a talking cartoon lion, and I mean the story may not have been.
Because these need to be simple. Children's lives don't need to be corroded with these issues and problems. And
but I think like the same storyline with a cartoon is, I don't know, maybe less real than with an animated doll.
Maybe they'll benefit from it. Who knows? Here is the Spotlight with Sandra Hollywood Hall.
Welcome to In the Spotlight with me, Sandra Hollywood Hall. Just this past week, the 2009 MTV Music Awards certainly caused frenzy with all the outrageous and unpredictable turn of events. The VMAs are known for their star-studded appearances and electrifying performances, such as Janet Jackson's tribute to her brother, the late and great Michael Jackson. But more importantly, we tune in to see who wins the Moon Man Award. One of the most unforgettable moments of the VMAs was Taylor Swift receiving the Best Female Video Award, until the very opinionated Kanye West stole her spotlight and said Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. Kanye, how could you be so heartless? As Beyonce was receiving her award for Best Video of the Year, she called upon Taylor Swift to have her crowning moment. He has since greatly apologized to Taylor and is deeply troubled by all the madness he has caused. Moving on, Lady Gaga shook the stage with her stunning performance of Paparazzi. She must have staged a bloody massacre because she began bleeding as her jaw-dropping performance was ending. She later won Best New Artist. Last but not least, we got the powerhouse duo Alicia Keys and Jay-Z performing Empire State of Mind from Jay-Z's newly released album, Blueprint 3. All of a sudden, Lil Mama appears out of nowhere at the closing of their performance. She later apologized, indicating her emotions were running high and wanted to stand next to her biggest idols. All I have to say, if you want to hear more shocking and memorable moments caught on live TV, tune in to Sandra Hollywood Hall in the Spotlight. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sandra. So the VMAs, did you watch it?
I did. I watched most of it, but not live. I had to wait and watch it when it was being replayed. But boy, oh boy, were there some big surprises on that show. I know we first just have to talk about Taylor Swift and the tragedy of Kanye West.
I didn't see the VMAs, but I've heard so much about it, like online. It's everywhere. It's on TV.
It was crazy.
Well,
Taylor Swift was accepting her award for Best Female Video, and Kanye West, who I also heard had been drinking on the red carpet, ran onto the stage, grabbed the microphone out of her hands, and proceeded to say that Beyonce had the best video of all time. Now, I understand being a fan of Beyonce. I'm a fan of Beyonce.
I like Beyonce.
But to be so disrespectful to someone who had just won an award and it's just such a memorable moment in Taylor Swift's life.
And I heard Beyonce actually did, like, after one of her acts, she allowed Taylor Swift to finish her
she did give Taylor a chance to give her acceptance speech. So in the end, Beyonce came through. Coming up next is On Beat, our music review with Elizabeth Scoville.
Best I Ever Had took on a whole new meaning late this summer, and the explosion is sure to happen again with the release of Drake's new EP, So Far Gone. Drake, a Canadian actor turned rapper, has worked with various artists, including Trey Songz and Lil Wayne, to produce instant hits in the rap hip-hop genre. His album will change your perspective on him, despite the explicit language. Drake opens with confident songs like Successful, and closes with one entitled Fear. Be sure to pick up this inexpensive EP this week. Another actor turned singer is Scarlett Johansson, who will release a duet album called The Breakup with Pete Yorn this week. As the album reenacts a love affair on the rocks, you will feel as though you are going back in time, as the vocals combination sounds much more old school than what we are used to. This album is edgy, but definitely worth checking out. For On the Beat, I'm Elizabeth Scoville.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Now, maybe those music artists will be on the VMAs next year. You never know. We have to go back to the VMAs just because it's such an upsetting topic to me. And something you had mentioned was, and also Sandra had mentioned this, is Janet Jackson's tribute to her brother Michael.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see the VMAs, but I have heard about this too. I heard it was pretty nice, but the Kanye thing kind of overshadowed that too,
and that's
like
a
throughout the
shame,
news. Yeah.
Because it was a great performance, and it was very emotional at the end. And she did parts where there was video of Michael Jackson on the screen behind her, and they were doing the choreography in sync with each other, and so it was cool to watch. And I think it's a shame that a lot of those special moments for the awards show were overlooked because of drama.
I mean, that's every MTV
that's
like
true,
award
and
show.
I think that's why people tune in, don't you think?
Yeah, like Grammys and Oscars, they're kind of more laid back, I guess. And
yeah, that's true. But I do
MTVs
think they did a good job of putting in a lot of talent and putting together a great show. So I am excited for all the rest of the awards shows coming up as award season comes in and starts up. But coming up next, we have Let's Eat with Katie.
Indian food is truly in a league of its own and has its own set of unique flavors. So if you're tired of Mexican, Chinese, Greek, and American food, give this a try.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Kate Alt, Midstate Magazine's very own food expert, and we are here today at Sizzling India, which is right across the street from Campus Town next to Bradley University.
As soon as you step inside Sizzling India, you will notice the decor. You are welcomed with calming ambiance and the pleasing aroma of Indian spices and herbs. The quality and authenticity of the Indian food here is fantastic. I suppose if you wanted better Indian food, you'd have to go to India. While Sizzling India has their famous buffet, they also have their own menu, with a variety of items that rotate throughout the year. Highlights of this restaurant include naan bread, a delicious mango smoothie, and coconut chutney dip. There are several more timid dishes to choose from, and if you have no idea which ones those are, just ask the friendly waitstaff.
Prices range anywhere from $3 to $14 for entrees, but it's well worth the price. I personally recommend the buttered chicken as it was delicious. This has been Let's Eat for Midstate Magazine. I'm Kate Alt.
Thank you, Kate. Well, Indian food. I haven't been to Sizzling India yet. As I said, I'm a new Peorian, but I enjoy Indian food. Have you ever tried any?
I've never eaten any Indian food, so
Really?
what am I missing, Kaz?
Well, Indian food, it's always super flavorful. It's a lot of spices. I don't know, if you can't handle the heat, you might not want to. Might want to
Really?
start off with something easy.
Like what?
I don't know. I eat the spicy stuff.
Okay.
Like I'm actually half Pakistani, and so my grandparents, they're from India, and so my grandma would always cook great Indian meals. And our family they're pretty cultural, I guess, and they always have Indian and Pakistani food. It's really good.
So
I
what's
recommend
your
trying
favorite
it.
dish of Indian food?
Oh man, everything. Just
What's Indian food made up of?
Indian food.
I know nothing about it.
You know nothing about it. All right. A lot of chicken. Honestly,
Okay.
I love chicken. It's a lot of chicken.
And
I don't know. It's just a lot of herbs and spices. I don't know how to describe. How do you describe a taste?
I think you're just gonna have to bring me some.
Yeah,
That's the only way
guess I
to
will.
solve this problem.
I don't know what else to do.
Well, we've got a great segment coming up next. It is the Street Team with Jen French.
Bradley students, it's Constitution Day, September 17th, so I just have some basic questions about the Constitution, and we'll just start off with who was colonial America fighting against for their independence?
Brittany.
Great Britain.
Oh, Germany.
That would be the British.
So who exactly wrote Benjamin Franklin's autobiography? I'm guessing it wasn't Benjamin Franklin, so, I don't know, Thomas Jefferson, maybe?
Yeah, good question.
That I do not know.
It'd also be Benjamin Franklin.
What senator who is a big advocate for healthcare reform recently passed away?
That I don't know.
That would be Edward Kennedy of Massachusetts.
Who has the largest signature on the Constitution?
Man, that's really tough.
Like, woo!
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, but I really don't know. I can't read my own handwriting, let alone someone else's. So.
Isn't it John Hamilton?
George Washington?
John Hancock.
Ooh. All right, name the first 4 presidents of the United States.
George Washington.
Alexander Hamilton.
Jefferson, Adams, and Madison or Monroe. I never remember. I think Madison.
To celebrate Constitution Day, I hope you brush up on your American history. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Jen French.
Thank you, Jen. Another embarrassing Constitution Day.
Another embarrassing Constitution Day. Well, how many of those questions would you have answered?
I think I could answer all of them, except I don't know the name of the presidents in order. But I don't know. I know quite a bit of history. For
you didn't
example,
learn the song back in your old school days?
there's a song.
Oh, well, I'm not going to sing it for you. Don't even try and start that. Well, okay, was history ever one of your favorite subjects back in school?
Oh, never.
Really?
Never. History was a bit boring to me because it was just like memorization. I mean, you do have to understand your history to like know where you're going in the future.
Oh.
But honestly, it's
getting all deep with your philosophy, but that's very true. I always loved history, but that's just me, and I think I get that from my grandpa, but who knows. Anyway, we've got State of the Arts coming up next with Rachel Seacrest. Rachel?
Good evening and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm your host, Rachel Seacrest, and tonight we have a senior from Bradley University who plays several different instruments and has performed in clubs and bars all over the Peoria and Chicagoland area. Last year, he was placed second in the Bradley Idol, the university's version of American Idol. He writes and performs his own music, but he also likes to add a little spice to his music, and we'll find out how later. But now we are pleased to welcome Joe Cartrone. Thanks for being here tonight with us, Joe.
It's my pleasure.
So you've described your style of music as fun instead of having a secret encoded message like most music. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, one of my favorite things about music is that it has the ability to convey so many different feelings and messages. It just depends which one you choose. So, I mean, at this stage of my life, I'm 21 years old. I mean, nothing too terrible is really happening to me. How am I going to, try to write a sob song? I just try to write about things that are relevant and kind of fun to me, I guess.
Yeah. How long have you been playing music?
I started playing guitar freshman year of high school, so that was about 8 years ago, and then everything kind of just followed suit.
Okay. And you played the harmonica, the keyboard, the bass, and the guitar. Does that cover it all?
Yes, yeah, with like a music box or something like that, but just like the weird little instruments. Once you understand music theory, it's like most other instruments kind of like, again, follow suit, so it's not too bad.
Is there any other instruments you're interested in playing, probably?
I think the saxophone is by far the coolest instrument I've ever seen. That or the trumpet.
And you like to improv. That's something you do a little bit different. So how did you come across that form of music?
It was actually all over a sandwich one day junior year. My friend Adam, his mom made the best sandwiches, always the best sandwiches. It was always the thing, if you want the sandwiches, you're going to have to trade a lot. I mean, taco salad or something. So I just started singing one day about how great his mother's sandwiches were. Lots of mayo and good turkey.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's essentially it.
Okay, awesome. Well, tonight Joe is going to do an improv, so he's got his guitar. So how this is going to work is I'm going to give him something to sing about, and then he's going to make up a song and sing about what I give him. So, Joe, tonight I would like for you to sing about our fireplace.
Oh, that warm, warm fireplace.
My feet are cold, my hands are shivering. Where can I go? I'm gonna find me a fireplace I'm gonna curl up next to. I'm gonna sit down and read a periodical or maybe a journal. I don't know, see what the library has to offer me. Man, I'm feeling kind of warm, kind of toasty. I'm gonna walk away for a while from this warm fire that's not lit, if your screens can show it. And after that I'll grab a hot cocoa, that just seems to fit.
Wow, that was really awesome, Joe. That was
thanks.
funny, entertaining, and you're a very, very good instrument.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Joe, so much for being here, and thanks for watching State of the Arts. Also, real quick, I wanted to add that you can see Joe, and he will be playing at barbecue kitten events at various clubs. Thanks for joining State of the Arts. I'm Rachel Sechrist, leaving you with this. Victor Hugo once said, "Music expresses that which cannot be put into words and cannot remain silent." Have a good evening.
Thank you, Rachel. Another excellent State of the Arts. Wow, Joe, wherever he's playing, I will be there. He seems really good. I mean, I tried to teach myself guitar this past summer.
Oh.
Not that easy. And he's improving. Like, that's some skill.
You are quite smitten with Joe, I would say. You're just his #1 fan. You better go.
He made a pretty good fan today. I mean,
become a groupie.
I will. I will.
Sounds like he'll be performing a lot. So I look forward to seeing where he'll be around this year, and hopefully I'll get a chance to see him live because he's very talented musically, and I think he, from the sound of things, has a sense of humor.
Yeah,
so
certainly.
That seems like it would be very entertaining. And I'm sure just the ladies just flock around him when he plays. But, you know, as most musicians, is that why you were trying to learn? Maybe.
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 Perhaps.
I think it was. That's usually the...
I also wanted to do it because it's fun. It's like...
It is. It's a good hobby. It's better than just spending all your time staring at a computer screen or watching
I actually
TV.
used to write poetry, and then I was like, man, I could turn it into song. That'd be awesome. But it didn't happen, so not so awesome.
Well, don't give up so soon, Kat.
I'm going to keep working on it.
That's good. I look forward to hearing about your progress. Well, that was just a great show we had today, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.